I don't call myself a professional walker or an athlete. I'm just a guy that wants to help spread the word about Salton Sea. Challenge myself while I'm doing it. So the entire walk is going to be 6 days. That's how long it will take me at about 20 miles a day to walk around the entire Salton Sea. I wanted to do something that I'd never done before. I wanted to get off the couch and challenge myself. Yeah, I used to come camping down here at Corvette Beach probably over 100 times from the time I was 7 or 8 years old or 10 years old up until I was 17 or 18 years old with my family. We'd come down here, we'd go fishing almost every weekend in summertime. We would catch dozens of corvina and tilapia and perch, and we had a great time. The beaches used to be crowded. It was full of boats, full of people. It was an amazing place in the 70s and very early 80s. It was a great place. Coming back after a 35 or 40 year absence, I didn't like what I saw. I realized how much it had changed in the last 30 or 40 years, and I started wanting to change this challenge into more of a way to bring attention to Salton Sea. Yeah, I'd love to see it come back to the heyday of the 60s and 70s. So walking along the shoreline is not like walking along your typical lake or your typical beach. The shoreline of Salton Sea in most areas is covered with several inches deep of dead barnacle shells. There's a lot of areas where there's mud and quicksand. It's actually pretty treacherous and dangerous. Of course, when I'm walking in summertime, I'll be coping with the temperatures up to 120 degrees. So the whole idea of walking the 116 miles along the shoreline is quite a challenge. Not just for me as an old guy to do it, but for anybody to walk through those conditions and safely make it through. I've seen some of the most beautiful sunrises, the most beautiful sunsets. The bird life, the amount of birds down here is amazing. It's nesting grounds for I don't even know how many kinds of birds and endangered birds. The nighttime sky, I saw the Milky Way down here for the first time in 30 years. It's beautiful. It really is an amazing place. You've got no other place in California, maybe not even in the country, where you can drive a few miles and see boiling mud pots, another few miles and see a bird sanctuary with the amount of bird life and wildlife, and another few miles or less and be out in the open, beautiful desert. There's really no other place like it around.
And burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah, on a blanket with my baby.